looking good. So we've got a storm coming in. I thought we were past all the storms. Looks like there's another one coming, which is going to cancel.
There's an amber warning for the strength of the wind across parts of western Scotland. We have seen Storm Jocelyn, and now that
Storm Jocelyn
is arriving. The weather front's bringing the rain, the potential to cause some further disruption as that storm system moves through.
So Storm Jocelyn is causing us some stress. We are booked on to get a ferry this evening over to Belfast so that we can be on the dyno with Richard Bradley. The ferry we was on this evening has been cancelled. There is another option to go from Holyhead to Dublin this evening, which is still going at the moment, but the fact that tonight's ferries to Belfast have been cancelled isn't a good sign, obviously, because that area is where it's worst, is going to be worst hit at the moment, and I think it's probably just going to keep getting worse, and eventually they'll cancel the Holyhead to Dublin ferries as well this afternoon. So I think we'll get on the road. My plan at the moment is just to go up to Scotland, find the Premier Inn near Dumfries, which is about an hour and a half, something like that, out of the port. The 07:30 tomorrow morning is going, by the looks of things at the moment. After that is an 11:30 if that gets cancelled. Worst case we get the 11 but I mean it shows that the worst of it is blown over by about 4 o'clock in the morning. But the Liverpool boat's still going tonight. Yeah. Would you want to be on the sea overnight with all this going on?
Yeah,
not a fun, right?
Fun, isn't it? Getting rocked to sleep. Like,
rocked? The boat would do a 360.
Just turning left to drive straight, isn't it? You know. Oh. A little bit windy. Getting seasick in the back, Stephen.
I mean, if it helps, I've got my headphones set to One Night in Heaven by MP. Got the feeling we're going to be rocked to sleep. Back at Kevin and Joe's place. It was a bit of a rough ride, but we're here. Gonna get the 86 out now. We've got like a small list of jobs we want to just get done with Joe while we're here. Bob from Motorsport 56 is also here as well, so there's a couple of little things on the electrics and the PDM and the ECU that we need to configure so that everything's ready tomorrow for the dyno. So yeah, we're heading to Richard Bradley's tomorrow, get on the dyno, hopefully make some power, and then we're another step closer to the end goal.
Baggsy, how do you call a dog? I don't know who owns that dog. Is there a tag on it?
Oh, it's got a tracker on it. Around his neck. Oi!
Yep.
Good man!
Yep.
Sake. Right, this is the gratitude you give me, huh?
What's up?
Huh?
You gonna map the car today?
What are you doing?
Sorry, we'll push.
Alright, so it's a big day today. It's dyno day for the GT86. We've been working towards this day probably for a good couple of years now. We're here at Richard Bradley's dyno in Northern Ireland. We are using Richard because Kevin has used Richard for a long time now with all of his DY2JZ engines with great success. So yeah, we're just following that path just for reliability purposes more than anything. We're just going to basically use the presets that Kevin has kind of set so that, you know, hopefully we have the same success with our car that Kevin's had with his as far as reliability. Richard is responsible for mapping loads of cars here in Ireland, including Dwayne McKeever, who also gives a huge amount of abuse to all of his cars and has made it work for many years across Europe. So we're hoping for some good things today. I'm hoping for some strong numbers. There is a possibility that we might not reach the target that we're aiming for, and we might have to come back with a slightly bigger turbo, which means we'd have to change the exhaust manifold. We're on a G35 Garrett, and I guess we'd have to be going to a G40, which means we'd need to change the exhaust manifold. That also means changing the exhaust position, which means then modifying our downpipe and one of our boost hoses. So, you know, we're hoping we can get somewhat where we want to be today. If not, and we need to think about, you know, making those changes, then we'll have to go home and then come back again. But we'll see how we get on today. We're hoping for some good power and a responsive car, and then we can go and hopefully get the suspension set up in the next week or so, and then hopefully do some testing. That's where we're at the moment. It's a long way off, and we're going to keep pushing until we run out of time, and then we'll have to kind of rethink the plan. But that's kind of where we're at the moment, and yeah, we'll see how we get on today. I'm not particularly enthusiastic today. I should be very excited, but I've got some sort of lurgy and I don't feel very well, so I'm also trying to avoid talking to anybody, getting too close to anybody, because I don't want to make anybody else ill. But I am excited. It's just deep inside me, because right now I feel like absolute shit.
I mean, dyno days are always nerve-wracking anyway.
I mean, yeah, I don't feel particularly great about being in a dyno anyway. It's never a great day, really, at the dyno, as far as, you know, listening to your car just being absolutely abused by somebody. But that said, fingers crossed we make some good numbers, and hopefully I start to feel better by this afternoon, because we got to drive back to England tomorrow. Well, drive back home tomorrow. So, oh man, I feel like
So good. Loud?
it's loud, isn't it?
She loud.
One thing, that vibrant titanium exhaust is loud.
We're gonna have big flames?
So yeah, Richard just came over and said that we are down a little bit on fuel pressure, and it's not following the boost pressure. So boost pressure goes up, fuel pressure should go up with it, and something is causing the fuel pressure not to follow the boost pressure. So the boys are going to have a quick look now, see if we can figure any of that out, and fingers crossed get it sorted, and then hopefully make a bit more power. I think we're at around 700 and something at the moment, which is quite good for Richard Bradley's dyno. Richard explained to us earlier that his dyno might read about 30% less than, say, some of the dynos in the UK. So I guess 700 here might be, you know, might be more like 800 and something back home, or 900 maybe. But we'll see. We'll just wait and see what he says about this fuel pressure situation and go from there.
We had a slight issue with the PDM and the fuel pumps. Essentially they were set to 20 amps, which is roughly about right for a 450, but they were just spiking. They were going to like 20.5, 21. So I've upped it now on the PDM to 25 amps. Obviously it's not, as it spikes ever so slightly over it, it's not trying to restart the pumps, it's not spluttering. And I think having 3 450 pressure pumps was too much for it, so the lowest fuel pressure we could get was 3.4 bar, which Bradley really wanted it at, what was it, 3 bar. So I've disabled pump 3, so now we're just running pump pressure 1 and 2. So that's all good. And then now the dyno's playing up, so sorting the dyno out and then we should get back to it.
So yeah, we're going to head to another dyno now, get the car strapped on, ready for tomorrow morning where we're going to start again, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. So dyno, day 2.
Car's back on my balls.
How bad's the damage?
Just ripped the quarter panel completely off.
Is it in like a million pieces?
I don't know yet, they're jacking it up. But it's fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
How fast is fast?
It's fast. Really fast.
I mean, if Joe says it's fast, it must be fast. I didn't even get to crash it myself.
I've never myself had a tire blown in, thankful. But she said, Joe says to me, how would you look if you get slapped in 180 mile an hour in the face? Like?
Yeah.
The panels it can be fixed for your show, but
Like it's the chassis that's took the hit. I'm more worried about.
yeah, well, it's not suspension wise.
Yeah.
It's just here, but it can be fixed. But for the show, this can be definitely fixed. You know, piece it up and just stick a wrap over it. Like the side skirt, we can piece it and put a wrap over it. I don't know what.
Not great ending. We blew a tyre off the rim at the dyno and it's basically destroyed the rear quarter panel and the side skirt. The rear bumpers took a hit, even the rear light fell out. The inner arch has took a huge bang, so that's got a load of damage on it as well, so just yeah, kind of upset about it all at the minute, but it is what it is. We'll have to get back to the workshop, have to just try and fix it as best we can. We've got the car on display at the Snap-on franchisee show in the UK in like 4 days, so we need to try and make the best of what we can so it looks presentable for the show, and then see about repairing what's damaged. Cosmetically it doesn't look great, but with the help from Ash at Fleet Livery Solutions, I think we can try and make it look a little bit better. Sam will be able to kind of make the arch look a bit better, and Ash will be able to put some new wrap on it, so it won't look horrendous, but it's the inside of the arch, like the inner skin and everything, that's took a huge bang, so that needs addressing, so that's going to put some serious delays on the plan to get everything ready in time. But yeah, I don't even know whether we're going to make it now for what we wanted to try and achieve, because this is going to set us back a good week or so to get everything repaired and then get back to where we are. Yes, we'll get back to where we was kind of yesterday. So the dyno itself went pretty good though. We made some good power. Not really again where we wanted to be on the high numbers. You know, we were hoping for like 850, something like that, 900 maybe. But we need to go back to the drawing board, probably change the exhaust manifold, the turbo, and come back to the dyno, because it seems like we've got a bit of a pinch there somewhere that's of course stopping us from making enough power. So if motorsport was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Throwing a hissy fit. I broke the dyno, my car's not getting mapped, I'm going home!
I mean, I don't have any argument with that, it's basically what I'm doing.
I really want to go on the ferry now.
Amber weather warning, let's go to Ireland.
He doesn't know what to do now. It's Joe. It's
Cousin Joe now.
Yeah. He's a bit all tired, I think.